Hi Gemini, how are you? I am here to pull your reading. Okay, this is a bonus reading. Definitely go check out the other parts to the solar eclipse, all right? And my correction on where this hybrid eclipse, which is extremely rare, is viewable. For those of you that were in Australia or any other place that it was viewable, it is supposed to be quite an amazing sight. Truly, truly amazing, all right? You guys have Venus in your sign. You know, right now you could have something that was going on in the background coming to the foreground, something that you were planning in the 12th house or going on in the 12th house, possibly in secret or in your own mind, or dealings that were quasi-secret in nature or something like this, now arriving in your first for action that you're taking action on, all right? This could also be related to items dealing with your ruler for let me just turn you on it, for your 5th house of romance and children and creativity, all right, Libra, okay? Going on in your 1st house. Sometimes this shows up as a new love interest, okay, or new love that you're feeling, all right? A lot of love, feeling a lot of love, things of this sort, okay? Balance and equity can come in when we're dealing with 5th house on creative projects, everyday joy, and children at this time as well. You did pop here with a destroyer. So I do feel like there's some sort of big transformation with 8th house themes to it, or scorpionic like nature going on here for you at this time. Some sort of transformation. That could be you. Okay, that could be you who's acting as the destroyer and or changing or transforming something, all right, in an entirely good way, okay? Venus is a, you know, it's a benevolent planet, and it usually is enjoyed when it's going through your 1st house, okay? But we do have here, we have the 3 of Swords at the bottom, all right? So whatever you're enjoying, whatever's going on, whatever you're changing, whatever you're transforming, could be because of previous heartbreak. Yeah, okay. I knew I would pop with a lot. I've popped with a tower on every single one of these bonus reads, okay? We have the 3 of Swords, we have the 8 of Swords, and we have the Hierophant at the bottom with the King of Cups and the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. Some of you could be facing a lot of truce in your commitments, or some sort of battles here, or dealings with bureaucracy or corporate environments as well, of course, all right? I'll explore them all. But I see like your current state is the Hangman, and I love this because it's like denoting that you are taking a breath and trying to reach a place of higher consciousness about something, or you're being called to, which is a great thing to do around the time of an eclipse, especially a solar eclipse, because you really shouldn't be making any moves unless they're necessary around this time, okay? Because sometimes not all information is seeable in the chaos dealing with an eclipse around you for 30 days before or after, and the timeline of an eclipse where things can play out due to this transformation, which is going to be continuing to go on, all right, in your 11th house, as well as your 5th house, all right, over the next several years as this series of eclipses in Aries and Libra kick off with this solar hybrid eclipse that we have right now, okay? I want 3 on this destroyer. Your 11th house of outward networks, all right, and also blessings will transform, okay, quite a bit over the next several years, as well as your 5th house of romance, children, and creative projects, okay? And some of you look like you are breaking ties with some sort of bureaucracy, or you have protections of government and bureaucracy going on here. I'm also seeing the scythe, which is some sort of cuts in some sort of way, or harvest, with the clover card, all right, 6 of spades, the jack of diamonds, and the 6 of diamonds here. That looks pretty damn good, quite honestly, okay, because you have some protection here for it. So it's a lucky time to break, or isn't it lucky that I broke from this person or that person before X or Y happened, kind of vibe here occurring, all right? And I definitely see you in the mode of this because I have the Hangman, the Judgment, the Queen of Swords, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so there is something that's ending. There could be some sort of betrayals here or something like this. But the thing about the Tower is it usually comes up when, you know, a situation is past its sell-by date, you know, meant to end and transform, all right, in one way or another. And I have the Ten of Swords indicating that it is like the end of that situation in everyday living. And when something falls or passes away that we're used to, a source of comfort. When we're dealing with a Tower, we're dealing with structures in our home, in our partnerships, with our immediate environment that we're used to, that were sources of security and or comfort and or contracts, etc., that were, okay, alliances, things of this sort. And whatever is occurring here, it is the end of that situation, all right? What is the Hangman? Yeah, I like definitely here in a period of indecision. Which way do I go? Some of you might be breaking off from a Capricorn here, all right? Or just like having a moment of, God, do I have to fight again, or going into battle again over something? I feel like this has been a repetitive battle that somebody either has trapped you in or wants you in, that you're facing some indecision about. Like, which way do I go, Norm? I don't know. Kind of vibes I'm getting, but I'm seeing you at a higher place of consciousness about the ways that someone's trying to trap you here, or the ways you've trapped yourself, with the Devil energy appearing here, and the Nine of Swords and the Two of Swords. Okay? You know, like you are, you know, I mean, some of you literally could be doing yoga or getting extra rest and then being like, oh gosh, I took that rest and now I can see how to deal with this problem so much easier, something of this state. All right. What is the Judgment? And it's because of this Judgment that's here, which is like an internal deep soul calling, like something that strikes you like, holy shit, this or that just happened, or this or that needs to be done. Sometimes, this is a virtual wasteland, and you could be looking at an old wasteland with the Devil, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Swords appearing here on the Hangman. I feel like whatever crops or land used to be there or flourished are no longer, so you're stepping away from it on something. This could be, again, to do with a job or anything to do with things that are just meant to pass and fall away and or transform here, okay? What's the Judgment? Okay, I have the Four of Wands here. Some of you could be dealing with like a living environment and or a younger air sign child. Some of you could. Some of you could be thinking about a marriage and specifically a baby related to a marriage here. All right, because on this Judgment, I have the Four of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Fool. So like some of you could be like making a decision about whether to get married or move homes or something like this, something big like this, and taking a fool's leap towards those things. Or some of you literally could be dealing with a baby here. All right. Some sort of judgment call on marriage and babies or something like this, okay? What is the Queen of Swords here? On the Queen of Swords, I have the Page of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Ace of Rods. I feel like if you're dealing with a work situation, that there's definitely a new opportunity here for work, possibly a new job offer, a new course of study, a new CLE, a new something here with work going on. That is an opportunity given to you or somebody you're close to around this time, with the Two of Wands appearing here, or you're speaking about some sort of opportunity in this manner here. All right, and now some of you could be thinking of marrying somebody that has children or something like this, or dealings with your children, all right, or dealings around fertility or having children. Could also be an issue here. They could. All right, hold on. Some of you, hold on. What's the Tower? There you are, the Magician. You are the Tower. You're bringing down the Tower, all right? It's also mercurial energy, something you're sick of waiting on, something you've been waiting for something to happen, something to occur, something to come in that's never going. You see that the crops are soiled, they're ruined, and you're leaving, and or there's another offer here, all right? If you were waiting to make a love offer of any kind or something like this, that phase of waiting could end. All right. Hold on. Like, if you're like, well, I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm going to make a move on somebody you've had your eye on and you're single. This could also be that. I see a lot of lighthearted dating, flirting energy, kind of watching, thinking, but not deep diving yet here on with somebody. If you are single and like considering dating someone. All right. It might be somebody that you had your eye on that you think things could get kind of serious with or something like this, all right? What's the 10 of Swords over here? A lot of page energy, so I do feel like some of you that are older or have children here, that I have children's matters popping up here, all right? What's the 10 of Swords? So I do feel like for some of you that were with someone for a long time and thinking that, oh, it's going to work out or something like this. This is, you know, a process of things that did not work out in the past or things that you're like realizing are never going to work out. There is some sort of realization of completion that this will never be a happy situation in something. All right. It could be a place if you're extremely happy with who you're with, but you're not happy with where you guys are living. It could be, hey, I really don't like this neighborhood. I want to move to another one kind of thing. Could be, you know, as well. It could be an end to battles and bickering. All right. If you've been facing a lot lately, I feel like those will end because I do have the 5 of Swords in reverse here. Right. And there could also be a realization here of I've been like shooting for, you know, rainbows and unicorns, you know, and expecting them every day, but here's real life and I'm cool with just how real life is. Something like this could also be going on here. An end to illusions about like, you know, butterflies and rainbows, you know, kind of vibe here. There could be, but I feel like there's more here than that. I'm just trying to go over other possibilities here because I like to hit on all you guys when I do these collective reads, all right? What is the Page of Cups here? Yeah, there's that Judgment. What's this Ace of Rods? There could have been somebody in your environment that like didn't value themselves as a mother and or wife or like that you didn't value or something here that's also changing. That's also transforming. I mean, and this doesn't mean that you didn't value them or they didn't value you. It could be that they didn't value themselves because there's something else that was going on here that's changing and transforming at this time. Because it could be this person that's taking like a giant leap in this way, if it's not you. All right, and transforming here. All right, what is this? What is this Fool over here? This Hangman energy, I feel like for some of you, it's related to some sort of decision that maybe you felt like you leapt into too quickly and then didn't turn out quite the way you wanted it to, and that's why the Judgment's being called. If you felt like you leaped out of it with somebody too quickly or did something foolish and you want to go back, sometimes you can with Judgment. But right now, I see you in a higher place of consciousness about thinking about these things. thinking about these things, thinking about your own indecision. Some of you may have like obsessive thoughts about this, or realizing the things you obsess about as well. Something of this nature, okay? Where you get into this like phase where you're just like Nine of Wands and you keep running in this Nine of Wands into Two of Swords. Bad decisions or indecision. Okay. And it's because of this judgment call here, all right? And, you know, something that was done or done too quickly, or something that you wind up regretting or mourning here, and that was in the recent past here that's showing up, all right? But with this Queen of Swords, it's like act. You're acting on this new beginning. You're speaking, okay? You know, that's you stepping into queen power, all right? Somebody respected for their advice, somebody that people confide in, all right? But also holding up your sword in a protective mode here, and it's over this new beginning, okay? This potential that's here. Getting the courage to speak about these things that have been in your mind for a long time, that have been going on, that have changed, all right? And then with the Tower, it's like the Magician, the Three of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Judgment. It's like waiting for somebody else to make an apology or make an offer isn't working, so you're going to move on or do it yourself kind of vibe, all right? And then with the Ten of Swords, I am getting like that for some of you, there's like an end of arguing, bickering, spattering, especially if it's been, you know, repetitive in and out, being inconsistent or something like this. Like for those of you that you want or you want to go after, you're going to be a lot more consistent. For those of the things that you don't want, you're going to let fall away and end. That's what I'm getting here, okay? Whether it's a job, a relationship, whatever. It's just an end of like engaging in lower vibrational behaviors or allowing others to engage you in lower vibrational behaviors here, all right? Or traps, all right? Old, cyclical, broken records to skip, something like this I'm getting here. Okay, what is this Ten of Swords? What's between the Tower and the Ten of Swords? The Lovers. There you are. Why is the Lovers here? I want 3. It's like a choice about your wish fulfillment and about some new beginning. There's the freaking Page of Wands. Somebody here has a lot of children, or somebody could, okay? You know, with this choice, it's like wish fulfillment here, all right? And it may be because of a new job or a new offer or exploring a new relationship here. There is a, you know, a dumpster dive into maybe it'll fail, maybe it won't, but if I don't try, then I never win, or something like this, you know? So you are going to try for what you really want, and you're going to take down the things where you were getting into like a repetitive pattern that wasn't working. All right, and I do see a choice here involved. Some of you, it could be a choice in love. It looks like there's somebody here that you want to really date. For those of you that are single, that is a wish fulfillment for you, that like has a promise or a job or an offer here that you really want, you know. And I see you making choices to go after it. Like you're not going to wait on it. You're going to go, you know, beat down the doors kind of vibe, okay? So anyways, I love you, Jimmy. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to move on to Cancer.